Ale ciemności. A gdzieś tam jakieś światło się miało zapalić, tak? W kościele mam wejść, uklęknąć i się pomodlić. No, światło się pali. Tak, światło się pali w kościele. Gdzie tu było wejście do kościoła teraz? Chyba z drugiej strony. Tu, nie tu. Tu jest wejście. Dobra, mam zajść ku ołtarzowi. Użyj. A zobaczmy. Walki chyba nie będzie w kościele, mam nadzieję. No, ktoś z tyłu stoi.
Amen. So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Chyba nie będzie bitka w kościele. Bo jestem w ogóle bez...
Here you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
Dobra, może tak. Menaża
I
nie
don't recall
wkopywać.
his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Piętaszka?
Who's Pius, and why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. Few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
Trzeba najpierw odnaleźć.
I have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
Ah, fuck.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Well, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
No właśnie, pewnie muszę
How am I
udawać.
supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of Saint Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
Murder someone in a monastery? Have you gone mad?
Murder's a sin as it is. Doesn't really matter where you do it.
Yes, it does. I'd be spilling blood on hallowed ground.
Well then, knock him senseless, drag him outside, and finish him off where it's less sacred. I don't give a damn where you do it, just as long as he ends up dead.
Nie macie innego zadania?
And do you have any other test?
We're not hiring stable boys. We want men who are prepared to do anything. and this is the toughest task we've got.
So how many men have you already sent?
Just a handful.
And what happened to them? Did they hang?
Just the first one. The others turned tail. Guess they didn't have the stomach for it.
Jak wygląda świętoszek?
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal? He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
Where better? There's more wine there than in the royal cellars. And I doubt he's suddenly stopped drinking.
No dobra.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright? Take care.
Ciekawie się robi, ciekawie. Dzięki Jessica, dzięki. Kurde, jest dość takie zadanie. Ale do tego klasztoru tam będzie wejść. No, widz już powiedz panu Radzikowi. Czy jeszcze do Radzika muszę lecieć. Włamanie bardzo trudne, co, żeby wyjść stąd to mam włamanie bardzo trudne? Ja pierdzielę, serio? A. 303 grosze, no bawa z pogiełu. Co tu jest przy tym? Nie wiem dlaczego tych bardzo trudnych nie mogę otwierać. To jest mieszczanin, to też ma taki spiczasty kapelusz. A, nie, tu przecież. Może w środku gamoń jest. Jest. Nie, to jest strażnik, nie jest strażnikiem. Karol.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. Why do you ask?
I've heard that you're bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel, so instead I'm devoting those days to the demon drink. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
No to bym poszedł do klasztoru zamiast ciebie.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
I would give you your weight in gold, if I had any. But Manfred there, my guardian angel and caretaker, has all the coin. and he never takes so much as a single step away from me. If you help me get rid of him...
He's been listening to us the entire time.
So what? Listen, friend, let's raise a glass. Manfred here's a sleepy old goat. We can talk once he dozes off. Please, get rid of him for me, any way you can. God be with you.
To porozmawiamy z dziadygą, może coś się uda zrobić.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You're Manfred, the young lord's guardian?
Indeed I am. Why?
Co młodego pana? -1 walkę mam.
I've been looking for you two for quite some time. I've been sent by the young lord's father with a message intended only for him.
So,
Porażka.
I'm just to take you at your word, am I? But where's your seal? You haven't got one. And if you were a messenger, you wouldn't be idling about in this tavern. Get out of my sight, you fraud.
No co za jełop. To wątpię.
Would you let us have a word in private for a moment?
I would not. If I put my guard down for a second, he'll be gone. I have to keep my eye on him.
To napijmy
You
się.
must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with him for days, just watching him get drunk, and not having a sip yourself.
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink. Heaven knows I deserve it. But if I dull my senses in the slightest, that rogue will surely get up to mischief.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him. Like you said, you deserve some fun.
Forgive my rudeness,
Porażka, kuźwa.
but you don't look like someone I could trust. I'll drink when my task is accomplished. Until then, I have a job to do.
Good luck to you.
To koniec. No ale kurde.
Come now, surely we can come to some kind of agreement.
We cannot. Your father made his wishes crystal clear. And besides, they've already accepted you.
Well, you could tell them I run away. Or I'll find someone to go there in my place, and then I'll vanish. And I promise no one will ever see me again.
The monastery is where you're going, and that's that. It is not worth risking your family's honor if someone were to find you out.
Over here,
Why
my
couldn't they
daughter.
have had me whipped instead, or put me to hard labor? Why did they
No
have to
co ja
send
teraz
me
mam
to
z
the
gościem
monastery?
zrobić?
Because it's the only place on this earth where you'll never again make an embarrassment of yourself.
No chyba nic więcej nie mogę.
You must have a
Napić się nie
mighty...
chce, łaj za
There's no
jedno.
doubt.
So let's drink to...
Forgive my rudeness. God be with you.
Koniec, chyba że muszę się ubrać jak rycerz. Dopiero wtedy. Spróbujmy jeszcze takiego czegoś. Może. Bo niby, że nie wyglądam. Może i nie wyglądam w tych ciuchach. Próbujemy, co nam szkodzi. Kurde, mogę dziadów okraść jak spali. Piwo, chlorem piwo. Skąd ja mam 2 pary butów? No to widzę, że mam 100, więc spoko. Srebrne ostogi. Nie buty, sztyletnik jest, wytrych. No jeszcze te, dobra.
What's the hold up there?
Może teraz się napiję.
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here...
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink.
So let's drink together. And if you start to feel unwell, I'll keep an eye on him. Like you said.
Forgive my rudeness.
Porażka. Nie, to nic nie daje.
God be with you.
No to co, ja mam gościa zabić, czy jak?
Come now, surely we can come to some kind of agreement.
Może awanturnik coś by zrobił.
Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
Spokojnie, chcę kłopotu. Widzisz tych dwóch przy stole. Ten starszy powiedział coś o twojej matce. O,
You see
właśnie.
that old man sitting at the table with the young lord? He said something about your mother. I think...
What? He's not getting away with that!
Ładny ma głos. What?
A hard labor. Why did they have to send me to the monastery?
Because
Oi, old man! What did you say about my mother?
pardon me,
I said, what did you say about my dear old ma?
if she's as repulsive as you, I have no reason to speak of her
A
at all.
tankard of ale.
Now leave me alone
The
before I
service
put
is a
you in
bit
your
slow
place.
here today.
Put me in my place? I'd like to see you try. I gotta smash your face in, old man.
Jesus, what do I have to do to get a drink here?
Dobra, cel osiągnięty. No ale co jest ta łajza?
Oopsie diddy!
Manfred's taken care of, just as you wanted.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery so he can head back home.
Czemu cię sam to mnie nie interesuje? Czemu nie ucieknie? Ja bym poszedł do klasztoru zamiast
What if
ciebie.
I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone who'd want to spend the rest of his days on his knees praying. Well, that's your problem. You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirming they know who you are and that they've accepted you.
So you give me your writ. I'll just tell them I'm you.
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it down when he sleeps.
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed? What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of his hand.
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal that old man's pouch, I'd be gone faster than lightning and no one would ever see me again.
A jeszcze mam mieszek. No to wszystko.
Take care now.
A jeszcze mieszek mam mu okraść, no kuźwa, ale to i tak muszę w nocy przyjść. Śpiłem już czy jeszcze nie? Daleko poszedł. Śpią oni tu? Śpią, jeden i drugi. Się zakraść. Kradzież zabić, nokautuj LT. Rozmawiaj. I łup. Co on tu ma? Mieszczański miecz. Weźmiemy sobie, a co? Odświętna koszula. Skubany. No ale nie widzę tu nic. Chyba, że do skrzyni odłożyli. Chyba, że do skrzyni odłożył, no bo... O, jest upoważnienie, jest sakwa Manfreda. Lniana koszula. Okej. Nokautuj. Czy rozmawiaj z nim. Ja pierdzielę, co za idiota.
Clear off. Let me sleep.
To pierdzielę cię, śpi. Dobra, teraz trzeba będzie iść do klasztoru. Chyba on. Zobaczmy.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
spróbuj się dowiedzieć, kto przede mną przyszedł do klasztoru.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone, but he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods.
O cholera, to
Inside the
muszę gdzieś to...
gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. Take care now.
Furtiana, przeczytałem Furia tam, myślę, co? Kurde, gdzie to niby jest, ale nie wiem. Wolałbym to może gdzieś dostawić w jakiejś innej skrzyni, żeby się nie okazało, że mi to wszystko gdzieś tu zginie u nich. Że to poszło gdzieś tam w klasztorne te piernicze. A tu nie pomyślałem, mogłem to od razu gdzieś tam odłożyć. Nie wiem, czy tam jest jakaś taka skrzynia. Mam nadzieję, że jest. Aha, przecież na konia mogę wrzucić. No kurde, co ja głupi jestem. No tak, przecież na konia mogę. To na konia, okej. To na konia, okej. Na konia, na konia, na konia, na konia, na konia. Aha, tego nie mogę. Grosze na konia. Na konia, na konia. Tego nie mogę nam przekazać. Klucze do skrzyni, nie wiem co to jest. Na konia, na konia. Okej, na konia, okej, na konia. Na konia, na konia. I to też na konia. Miecz na konia. Nogawnicę na konia. Kurde, mam nadzieję, że wszystko się zmieści na tego konia. Rękawice, czepiec, piwko, tak, pochodnia, skórzane buty. Zapojemy ten koń, trzeba przyznać. Sztylet, wytrych. A jak go zabiję, jak sztyletu nie będę miał nic? Wyznanie heretyka. Dobra, wziąłbym sobie może pomocnik, chociaż ten sztylet bym sobie wziął. Że jakoś go mam zabić. Jeden sztylet jest. No jadę, chodźmy. Niepotrzebnie leciałem ku temu koniowi. Ale zapomniałem na śmierć, że przecież jemu mogę dać wszystko. Dobra, gdzie to miałem zdać te niby? Gdzieś chyba na tej wieży tam. Nie wiem, czy to tutaj. Łamanie, nie, na pewno nie. Łamanie trudne. Gdzie ja to mam? Muszę obczaić to inaczej. Cały świecki majątek, ale to pokazuje mi dziwne gdzieś przed tym. No niby tak. Ale gdzieś tu jest jakieś pomieszczenie. No tutaj może.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Dziwne.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your
Czekaj,
bath.
czy ten sztylet mam.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
O cholera. No, są wszyscy ci nowi. Ciekawe, który to będzie.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Pierdziele, jakie to głupie było. Dobra. Kurde, rzadkie osiągnięcie, powiedzieli.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
A, i głaz usiano. Dobra, dzięki za podpowiedź podczas obrzędu.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Mam codzienne obowiązki. Muszę uzyskać wykształcenie. Jestem tu za karę, możemy porozmawiać o tym później. A nie wiem, co wybrać.
Being here in the monastery is my dream come true. Being a monk is so exciting.
Well, no one's ever said that before. I'm curious if you'll still be singing the same tune in a month's time.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Chodźmy więc. Pominąć zwiedzanie.
Is it alright if we don't do the tour?
I thought that since you're literally a complete novice, you'd be interested to know what you have to do tomorrow. But if you don't want to come with me, I won't force you. Here's a letter from the prior with the daily schedule. Read it and observe it.
Dobra.
Let's go then.
Kurczę, nie będę potem szukał głupi.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word, discipline. It's your job to work and pray.
Pierdzie, ta podpowiedź to mnie dobija.
Not your own bodily needs.
Zwolnij krok, żeby nikogo nie uprzedzić. Znaczy nie wyprzedzić. No i gdzieś to po las.
God be with you.
Opici w klasztorze, okej. Nauczyłeś się, święty Prokop.
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to. This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware. Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work. As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The Rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any
I feel quite hungry.
The swift punishment. But I've already told you about the
No i co, no głodno się zrobił i...
The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lukas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
Powiedz mu o poszukiwaniu świętoszka. Nie, bo nie wiadomo, czy to nie on. Coś o sobie.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother, and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read.
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up in a greasy old shop.
Jakby tak. Trzeba zrobić kilka wytrychów.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Salarius. They say he used to be a thief.
Nie będę na razie. Mam kilka
I'd
pytań.
like to ask you something about the monastery.
Kto rządzi? Są podziały. Za co jest odpowiedzialny powrót. Dobra, nie za bardzo mi to interesuje. A, zresztą, może to ruszymy coś.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
To nieistotne.
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway? What do you want from me?
Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, nor the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Czy Jodok to się toszek?
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
Wiem, że jesteś świętoszkiem. Mam kilka pytań. Koniec rozmowy. Wątpię, żeby to on był, no ale może. Witam, to jest Skylurker w kolejnej części z gry Kingdom Come. Kurczę, za późno włączyłem live'a, no ale niestety się dowiedziałem, że ten Antoni to jest tym całym świętoszkiem.
I'm not sure what I should do.
Well, at least you're prepared to think and not just play Bloodhound for a pack of nobodies. And I'm glad you have your doubts.
I don't want to be like the people I'm looking for. If I have to kill, it should be for a reason, not because I enjoy it.
You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Neuhof. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Neuhof made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Oni tak sobie rozmawiają przy tych wszystkich mnichach.
You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
Są jakieś inne... No, zgadzam się.
You're right. But the people who sent me will find out if I don't kill you.
They won't if we're clever about it. No one has to die. Before we make a run for it,
We'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
No dobra.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Zgodzimy się. Wzrost reputacji, super.
I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
Co ty będziesz robić? Po co nam klucze? Jak w klasztorze zdobyć krew?
And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
Po co nam te klucze? No to jest głupie, jak gdzie są klucze to prędzej, ale po co nam te klucze? No może mi
What do I
powiedz,
need
gdzie
the
te klucze
keys to
są.
the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Salarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. If you know how to use them, they'll be worth finding. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior. He carries them with him at all times.
They both sound hard to me. But needs must.
Już wszystko,
All right,
możemy do
that's everything
pracy.
I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
No dobra, żeby nie te kurde obowiązki cholerne, no to bez spoko to było. Ciekawe, czy by mi się nie udało teraz wejść, jak ci żreją wszyscy. To tutaj nikogo nie powinno być. O, tu zapiszemy ten, tak? Jest. Tu coś ciekawego gdzieś jest? Chleb, jakieś pierdoły. Bułka, pitna woda, ser. Tutaj dalej co jest? Naczynia brudne, suszą się. No, tu jest sporo jakiś pierdół. Pieczona kura, o. Dziczyzna weźmy. Klucz. Aha. Dobra. Chyba tu gdzieś, mam nadzieję. Antoni, dobra, z nim mam porozmawiać.
I have everything we need for the escape.
Excellent. Straight after Vespers, we'll meet in the dormitory. We'll have to get it all done before the monks have finished dinner.
What exactly is your plan? And why can't we do it at night?
We're going to prepare a little riddle they'll never solve. And why at mealtime? Because we need the dormitory as well as the church to be empty. Then at night we'll escape. Do you follow? Take everything with you and don't forget the keys.
Good. Once evening mass ends, I'll be in the dormitory.
No dobra, koniec rozmowy. Teraz się nie da złapać. Jak zaniedbuję, no kurde, co za idiotyzm. Jedz ostatnim, nie idę jeść, tak? Bo teraz przecież mam chyba spotkać się z tym całym. Ponieś po raz na tym dormitarnym, tak. A tu co mam? Oraz spieprzam tam, mam w nosie całe te... Gdzie tu miałem się spotkać? Nie wiem, dlaczego pokazuje mi tu gdzieś Czekajcie, dominatorium tu nie było? Reflektarz to biblioteka. Gdzie jest dominatorium? Kuźwa, nie wiem gdzie jest ten dominatorium. Nie ma tu znowu łajzy. Oni wszyscy jedzą, tak, teraz nie ma nikogo. Ale ja i tak nie wiem gdzie to mam iść. Może to jest na górze. Do spania, możliwe, że tam. Tak, no to by wyglądało. Tak, tu jest. Ten co tu robi?
Praise be to God. For a moment there I was worried you weren't coming. Give me that blood. This is the exact spot where you pushed me off the gallery.
No ale tam był jeszcze jakiś jeden pajac siedział. Poszedł już. No i co teraz? Podążę za świętoszkiem, okej. Serio, tak się uśpieszył, a teraz idzie jakby miał wywalone na wszystko. Dobrze, nikt tu nie łazi teraz.
And here's where you dragged my lifeless body.
Jest dość jasno jak na wieczór. Która to jest godzina? 19 prawie. Ja pierdzie, jeszcze ze sobą spadł. Ten też fajnie szedł dół na dół. Spokój. Ja tak nie zrobię, bo jeszcze by nogi złamał. To jest taki... No dobra, wylazłeś. Cię zlazłeś. Myślałem, że nie wyjdę.
Thank you for helping me out. Now we must each go our own way.
Nie pozwól ci się zaprowadzić do wójta. Zmieniłem zdanie, umrzesz. Dobra.
I was glad to help. I did what I needed to do and no one got killed. What will you do now?
Now, get the hell out of here. Steal the first horse I come across and ride until dawn, far, far away from here. I was thinking... Here. Take this. Show it to those cutthroat bastards and tell them you found it on me. That should convince them. Especially when they hear about the outcry here after the fires found out we've gone.
Your lucky die?
In a manner of speaking. Hope it brings you more luck than it brought me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me live, Brother Gregor.
My name's Henry.
All right, Brother Henry. May God be with you.